because the signal.
We got the starter dwell,
Right.
some oscillations as it's charging. Dwell, and then the collapse of the coil, and that's the fire line. You can see that it's looking like 10,500 volts.
Yeah, I'll get it.
And then we've got a nice long burn line that lasts about 2 milliseconds.
What's the burn line?
Right here. This is well.
Good morning. Today we are taking a look at this 1998 BMW 318 Ti. We're going to be pulling out the spark plugs, taking a look at what they look like, running a few tests, and then probably going to go ahead and replace them. So the spark plugs are located under this plastic cover. It's just 2 flat heads that you twist and it should pop right off. As we can see, 4 spark plugs, 4 cylinders. So we can go ahead and just start pulling them out. So here we have one of the wires. We're going to go ahead and test it with the multimeter. We got it on kilo ohms. Stick the positive side down in here, negative in there. 6.22 kilo ohms on that first wire. So we pulled the second wire out. There's a little bit of oil in there. The first plug was definitely not torqued to spec. It was loose. You can see there's some oil on the plug there, or on the coil.
Alright, it looks like we figured out what caused the oil. It's the spark plug seals here. All the other ones were all wet, dry, but the second one, as you can see here, the seals are broken and it got wet. The only thing that we have to do is take off the valve cover off and then just replace the 4 seals here.
Now we're testing the new wire with the old wire. The last one you saw was 6 or so kilo ohms. This one is putting out 5 exactly. Here was that oil covered spark plug there. That was really the only bad one out of them all. As you can see, the other ones still look fine, and you can see from those seals the other 3 cylinders are fine. Taking the valve cover off that shouldn't be too much of an issue, so that's something I'll take care of here in the near future. Here is the new plug. Nice. As you can see from our test earlier, it was testing at 5 kilo ohms, and it actually says on the coil 5 kilo ohms, so they're definitely within spec. So we are torquing up the spark plugs here. Got some dielectric grease on them, and we'll go ahead and fire it up here in a little bit and see how everything is. New plugs and wires are in. Dielectric grease, everything kind of cleaned out all the stuff there. We still got to pull this cover off and change the gaskets out to stop that oil going in cylinder 2, but everything else is good. We'll go ahead and fire it up here in a second. Seems to be running just fine. So we're scanning the vehicle for codes and stuff. Here's all the old parts here. So I've been driving the vehicle around for a few days now, and we can see there's still no codes. I haven't seen any lights pop on. The car runs great. So I think we can go ahead and call that there.